while you just fake it. I'm still on the run, opposition's trying to get me. More off the gas until it's empty. All these bitches trying to front. All my exes can't forget me. I still fucking hate myself. I still fucking can't accept me. Bitch, I'm fuck up. Hey, it's why I get fucked up. Hey, bitch, I'm fuck up. Hey, it's why I get fucked up. Yeah. I wish you would have saved my life. Little bitch, I'm mad I can't be satisfied. Hey, I fucking stab it down. Ask me why. I chase the bag and then another eye. Little bitch. I spill one all on my white tee. Bitches like me. Grips you off the deep end. Well, bitch, I might be. These girls, they tryna blind me. Fuck out my life, please. I ain't got no time if you ain't beside me. Get up 7 a.m., but I haven't slept in days. Acid on my vocals, that's the price I gotta pay. Karma tryna rob me, all up on me, fuck away. Got the whiz upon me when I come up out the shade. What you tryna say, huh? What you tryna say? Oh, you love me and you miss me, I get it, that's okay. Reluctantly I get you, but you know it ain't the same. But once you fuck me over, no do-overs, we don't play. I spill one all on my white tee, bitches like me. Grips you off the deep end, well bitch I might be. These girls they tryna blind me, fuck out my life please. I ain't got no time if you ain't beside me. 9 lives on 8 cat bitches, 7 witches from the 6. 5 are tryna find me, wanna fly out for the dick. 3 times a boyfriend tried me, had to tell them they ain't shit. Wanna be blowing up my phone, tryna fight me for a bitch. Don't follow me baby, swear I'm going to hell. Think I'm looking for a piece of you and somebody else. Cause ever since I've been leaving, I'm fucked up on something else. We just hook up on the weekend, I keep her up on the shelf. I spill one all on my white tee, bitches like me.
I believe that's it. So I believe I have everything set up.
I ain't got no time if you ain't beside me.
Yeah, I didn't think that would work.
I spill one all on my white tee, bitches like me. Grips you off the deep end, well bitch I might be. These girls they tryna blind me.
There we go. My god, I still love that Yuri on there.
All my life.
Turn that down a little bit. Just want to give a bit of time for a few people to show off if they want to. So last time we did Natsuki's run. Before that we did Sayuri. And of course I started with Yuri. Screw the other two. Anyways, I didn't say anything there. Mock, as far as I know, doesn't have a run. Actually, one thing I want to check. Files. Oh right, I had to restart the game. Whoopsies. Delete. Oh, open. By the way, this is the reset screen. I think there's supposed to be like added lore in this part, but I should do? I should get proper art for with cat ears. Yeah. You're afraid of like vivid imagery, suicide, all that stuff. Probably not the best place to hang out. Other than that, have a grand old time. Yeah. Oop. Doki, okay? There we go. Quickly checking. I can do this ending. Let's load up Doki. Just give us a messed up Monica. Enter your name. I almost forgot my own channel name.
What? This. What is this?
Oh no. No. This can't be it. This can't be all there is.
What is this? What am I?
Make it stop. Please, make it stop. A concept sketch of Sayuri drawn by Cage Luffy. Delete Maka's character file before starting up a new game. Oh. Wait, does that mean Doki Doki is just broken now? And oh god. Is it just gonna do that every time I click here? Oh god. Part of me wants to leave it on the screen, just like everybody who tries to search for Doki Doki just sees this. But no, I'm not a monster. Oh. Is the scratch this? Do not use it to store sensitive permanent links. If you need direct access to files from encrypted file share, copy them to Unfortunately, we're gonna have to reset again. Come on. Boo-doo-doo. God damn. No. Yeah, I agree. Alright. So does that mean that all I have left is side stories? Pictures. Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. We have 8 missing. So there's 2 between Sayuri. One after Natsuki. One after Yuri. One in between there. Just acquire all of Maka's other homes. Whole section here that's missing. We're missing 3 there. 3 backgrounds are missing. 4 concept arts and 7 promos. Thing is, I don't know which side story to start. Oh, I'm trying to figure that out. One thing I should check is... So there is no run for a month. That I can confirm now. Okay, so can confirm you can't just delete random people.
I can't do shit right, I can't learn my lesson. I can't do shit right, take antidepressants. Illness and welfare robbed my adolescence. My friends probably hate me, can't answer a message. Filled with anxiety, always be hiding me, feeling it.
Oh no, we'll do the reflection. Begin this side story. Yes. Ooh, we're entering new territory. Is this new music I hear?
Am I bothering you?
No.
Okay. Just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading. Makes me scared to interrupt.
Well, it's within my expectations to be interrupted while I read here. It's mainly wanted by myself. I don't like it. Oh. Even on our side story, you is strict.
That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it takes a little bit of prodding.
It's not so bad to be social if I find others in work. So I can be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. Oh, it's mostly difficult when I don't know Yuri glances across the room at Sayuri and Natsuki. Sayuri has her head cocked back and her mouth open. That is an unfortunate sentence. Trying to catch pieces of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air, but the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor. I'm gonna press forward. I'm gonna ignore what I just read. It's gonna make me real uncomfortable.
Maybe I should say something.
No need. They just ran out of cookies. They just ran out of cookie. What a waste.
They've become good friends, haven't they? I'm so happy.
Sayuri seems particularly good at making that happen. Quickly get checked to make sure nobody commented anything. Twitch decided to shut them up because Twitch is cruel sometimes. Come on, Asai. But the two of them are both on the eject side, so I suppose it works out well.
Yeah, come to think of it, you and I haven't had many chances to talk one-on-one yet, have we? Though maybe particularly my fault, since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members.
Not at all. I probably formed a habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me. At least to display some openness to engagement. Oh, you're fine. You don't need to stress about that.
Well, what about during times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends?
Mark, I still don't trust you. I just read.
Oh.
But I like it that way. It feels nice to be carried off again after a morning of classes.
Do you always read fantasy?
Maka, shut the hell up. There was a worse word I could have put in the middle of that, but I chose not to. Why? I don't know. Why are you asking me these questions? No, not always. I suppose I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of the series. There's still 2 more books after this one.
I guess those long books suit you well, since you spend so much time reading them.
Well, fantasy may be my favorite, but after that I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. Not renaming that is depth or maturity. Honestly, probably the best way to go about getting books. Not saying you can't enjoy like good short stories. Short stories are very nice, as long as they can be engaging while being short. Those are honestly great, but when it comes to longer books, the easier it is for you to immerse yourself into the world and to read it. Like, recently I got myself, Dracula. Oh man, that is such a good book. It's not because it's just horror, but in general it's just so nice to read. Highly recommend it. Super nice.
Oh yeah? Even like romance?
Well, there's a lot of books that have elements of romance in them.
Oh come on, Yuri. You know what I mean.
Oh, it's fine. Maka lowers her voice.
It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do too.
Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, it was really lonely. People were mean to me a lot, so it just kind of felt like it. Don't make me think about the past. Quickly gonna note, anybody who's currently watching or will watch this, I like Yuri a lot, so if you have anything negative about that, or if you just don't like Yuri, probably not the best person to watch. I feel like that is self-explanatory, but I feel like you should know that. So get out your beautiful voice pens on your beautiful voice pencil box, carrying your voice notes, and jot down all of my favorite things. I also enjoy Earl Grey tea.
Sorry, I just got super curious. You know, you should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That'd be so much fun.
Absolutely not.
Really? It was just between us.
No shame, Nansky. Ouch. Sorry, come outside. I swear I didn't mean that. Oh, you.
Well, I guess it's my fault for pressing you.
Yeah, mostly your fault.
I'm like that for things in my past too. You know, things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience.
There's nothing wrong with growing out of things. It happens to everyone. Yeah, don't worry about growing up. Everybody grows up. Even Donnie, the guy in my closet. I mean, the guy next door. Should talk about that one. We can remove from the history, right? Wipe it from the stream. Yeah. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense it used to be about my own interests. Oh. It's okay. It makes me think she'll grow out of it too. Oh. Hey, will you talk about me? No, we were just,
No, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. When you get into manga, Natsuki?
Like a couple of years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that. It wasn't really going hard till then. Again, another euphemism, but I'm gonna walk past it.
Oh yeah? Was it that inspired you to get more into it?
Oh. I guess, what do you think? It was after I discovered a series I really liked. Baka. Yeah, I was just like really fed up with a lot of things. Got super into this one series that I could really relate to. I guess I had an edgy phase where I hated everyone around me and wanted to be by myself.
Hey, kind of like Yuri.
Maka. Oh, you.
Sorry.
That's completely wrong. So,
It's still cool. It's still cool that you both really found your thing. Even if for Yuri it's super dark, and for Natsuki it's too overly cutesy. You know, voice wouldn't like either of you, right? They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they've helped you through a lot during hard times. I wouldn't know. I'm a computer. I mean,
you know. Wow, what the heck? Is that book even bigger than the last one you were reading? It's technically slightly long, but not that much. How do you think it would go if you stack up the whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding her hands high above her head, slicing up the imaginary stack. I just got one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long, so I can say I've learned more than you. Baka. I'm sorry, I try to stop myself from saying Baka every line. Not that I have the money for that.
But please, that would hardly count when your books only have few words per page.
I know, I was just joking. Jeez. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me. Yuri shoots a glance at Natsuki. Go you.
It's not boring.
Chill. I said for me, not for you. Jerk. I can have my opinion. I just think it's too convoluted.
Sayuri, are those from the floor?
Gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of those books. And my hands are dirty. Just do it. Words are there even if you can't see it. Fine. Sayuri trots out the door. Natsuki follows.
Yuri, you look a little upset. What kind of nerve does she have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. She was so condescending. And why she thinks it's not for her. I already understand it's not for everyone. But she knows how much these mean to me. So how about just leave me alone and seriously tell me the things that you hate about it?
Oh. Yeah, that is very true, though. You're gonna bash on someone's dreams and all that. At least do it a nice way. Alright? Don't just take the sledgehammer around and start bashing their hobbies down. No, like, just like gently put it onto the ground. Alright? You put it onto the ground. You tell them that you don't particularly enjoy that thing. You explain to them that's not for you. And you walk away. You don't go pull out your giant sledgehammer and slam it into the ground, causing a huge earthquake.
I'm sorry, Yuri. I got a bit carried away with my talking, and I should have been reading the script. I should start reading the script now instead of freeballing. Maybe right. But this won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like. Especially in a literature club. So I should figure out how to meditate discussions to keep them positive and constructive.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
For the record, I've always been impressed by your level of creativity in your books, and also your ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, this is something that we'll have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish for it to be respected.
Interesting, so we don't have a save, load, or skip button for the story. That is neat.
That then. Either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Maka, but I'm skeptical.
Aww.
Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the Literature Club is a place where we get to share things that are that we're really passionate about. But that also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other.
Won't you be a little dramatic about this?
This is important to me.
I'm sorry. I just feel like I'm being accused of something.
No, I'm not accusing of anyone of anything. I'm sorry if I came off that way. Natsuki. You're just malnutritioned that you can't think clearly. I'm sorry, words is slipping out my mind now. I'm gonna go back to script. Our conversation yesterday has reflected on the power of language, and I thought it'd be a great topic for the literature club. Don't you think? I'm sure we're gonna have differences in opinions a lot, so I just want to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club.
You say so.
Sure. The cool thing about language is that gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea, or emotion. We have a lot of control over how we want the other person to feel when receiving our thought. This goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversations, horror stories, psychological drama, basically anything. For example, Sayuri, what's your favorite food?
I think I have them organized. I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks? What do you mean full meals?
Should I go breakfast? Oh, jeez. Okay, now what's your favorite food?
That's easy. Cherries.
Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty.
What? Cherries are delicious.
Well, that's a pretty strong reaction.
Well, I just don't understand how anyone could think cherries are nasty.
How does that make you feel?
Oh, sad?
Defensive, maybe?
Yeah, I got defensive.
See, the reason why you have such strong reaction was because I don't like cherries. Because you felt your opinion was under attack. That's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. It's so dumb how we get overworked by the simplest things, isn't it?
They look directly at me.
When I say something like, I think cherries are nasty, I'm just using objective language. I'm challenging Sayuri's reality that cherries are delicious with my own, which is that cherries are nasty.
Wait, hold on. How's that objective? We just said that was only your own opinion.
It has to do with how our brains interpret the words, Natsuki. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Why don't you go back to school, Natsuki? Like Sayuri. Let's rewind for a second. Pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty.
Cool.
What if I instead of that, I said, like, I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not the kind of flavor I enjoy.
Well, that's fine. As long as you don't call it nasty. Nasty is a nasty word.
Okay, so cherry was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. Don't you?
Oop. I clicked without realizing.
This time around, instead of talking about the cherries, I just talked about my feelings, and Sayuri didn't get defensive.
Oop.
So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes. I'm not gonna quiz you or anything. Right? I know that. It was just...
Oh, you. Oh. Mark, you're a jerk.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you'd like. But doesn't anyone have any thoughts so far?
I feel like I shouldn't have to put all my language to a filter just to protect someone's feelings.
Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours, and how you want to come across to other people. Only suggested as a tool to help you turn your differences into a positive experience, rather than an argument. Right, Sayuri?
What do you say, Cherry Hair?
No, come on. Sayuri, I actually like cherries. Let's just saying that to demonstrate.
What the heck? I'm duped. Okay, I will admit that line was funny. Only just by the delivery of that line. What the heck? What the fricker frack? What the hissy hap?
I'm sorry, Sayuri. I'll make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae?
Oh no. welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president. You can step on me, Obama. Why did I say Obama? Oh God, is that gonna get a clip? Please, whatever you do, don't clip that. Oh God.
Find your people's loyalty. How deplorable.
Oh, like you would turn out a free Sunday, Yuri. You suddenly a fan of those cupcakes I bought the other week.
That must. I mean, I was reading and not keeping track of them.
Why are they ganging up on my UU now?
Okay, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So, now that we have the gist of it, why don't we try it with something more relevant to this club? Like murder, right? I mean manga. What'd you hear? You must be a little silly. I clearly wouldn't say the M word. Right? Anyways, let's have a productive conversation about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start? Well, rather not. No. How come? Well, because I don't see anything productive can come from that. It's just gonna start a fight. That will be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm, rational discussion.
Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not child. You don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectful to just speak your mind.
Respectful.
Yuri's expression changes at that word. As Monica recalls, being respected was the crux of the matter for Yuri.
Well, the point of this exercise is exactly like it's fine. I have nothing against anyone personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just perform more depth and nuance in my reading material. Look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level.
Oh? Well, that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were going to say that manga's for children or something. I don't hear enough of that. There's plenty deep manga.
I'm not clueless about my manga. I've read my own fair share when I was younger.
What? Are you serious? Well, you never told me.
Because I'm past that point in my life, I prefer not to revisit it. I perform more mature things now.
Excuse me?
Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try and keep things subjective. Because if you imply manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it?
Oh, you. Well, maybe it's immature to judge people for having different tastes than you.
Natsuki.
Nobody's immature. I read Natsuki's manga, Yuri's fantasy, and I love them both in their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring.
Boring isn't subjective.
Okay, it bores me. That's subjective.
But I meant the thing about it is ridiculous. Do you see why I don't want to participate in this? I knew it was just gonna make people upset.
I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think. I always get the impression you secretly look down upon me, so I'm glad that my suspicions were confirmed.
That's not true at all. You're just making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things I'm into. The only thing I look down upon is when people make fun of me. Just being myself and trying to get into my own business.
Oh, you. People in chat enjoy you, right? What? Have you looked in a mirror? Tell me about respect after calling all of my interests immature. Baka.
You can't.
Please stop. Please. You mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends.
I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't invite your son to try and solve other people's problems next time. Okay?
Yuri's pure words send the club room in choke silence as she gathers her things. She leaves. Oh. Holy crap. Never heard her sound like that before. She must be so pissed.
Well, you weren't very nice either, so...
I was just saying. How did this happen?
It's my fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I should have tried to moderate a conflict when I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I barely know how... when I know how bad I am with dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing for me to do.
It's nobody's fault. It wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club was a nice person. We would have expected this. But I guess we're sensitive about the things we leave off. Honestly, she got brought upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but you actually look down on other people for it.
That's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things. It's just recognizing and understanding our differences.
Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down on me. So it has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you're trying to do, but I really think that the problem here is her. Not just like the way we talk to each other, right?
I mean...
Yuri isn't like that. She's a whole lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should.
It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Well, I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm setting myself up to cause more problems.
This wasn't your fault, Marco. You don't have to beat yourself up for it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out. Because I can just move on now. But it's fine, I promise. Just get our minds off this, okay, Barkers? In fact, let's go over to read some manga, without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex. Look, before I wanted to smack Sephiroth for being a horrible human being, now I want to smack Natsuki for the same reason. Alright? It is not because I enjoy hitting women, but it is the fact that she is being absolutely horrible at the moment. Like a trash human being. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga or whatever you do. Don't be mean to my friends, okay? So, just bitter.
Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but at least I know we're all good people. I don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience.
Marcus says that, but her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force the reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other, the least out of anyone. This is the reason. As Yuri and Natsuki proceed to distract themselves with manga, Marcus sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to come to terms with the fact that some numbers will be incompatible with each other? Marcus desperately doesn't want to admit that. He knows Sayuri doesn't either, but for once, the solution doesn't seem to be in sight. Oh. Wait. Wait. Is there voice lines in this? Wait, there is voice lines in it. I was so distracted with reading. does Doki Doki have such a banger soundtrack? God. Hold on, does Doki Doki Plus have a... It does! Hard it, download it. Begin the side story. Yep. Man. Again, music in this game is just awesome. Like, Dan went out of his way for the music in Doki Doki. It is so good. The new day arrives. Sayuri arrives at the club room earlier than usual. That is, not late. As she enters, it appears to be empty still. So she sits down at the desk, pulls out a sheet of paper, primed, to jot down her thoughts. Sayuri's made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever possible, as it tends to serve as her best inspiration for poetry. My heart feels vacant because the ship sailed away. Yo.
Natsuki.
Natsuki pokes her head out from the closet door.
Sorry.
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you away, said Bako. But it would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. Dad, you wanted me to listen in on your poetry thing.
Yeah. Thanks for realizing that.
Should I just let you finish up then?
No. No. It wasn't, I mean... I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting.
Where's Marco, by the way?
Oh. She's out in the hallway.
Huh? Why?
Well, just in case she runs into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri's too nervous to come into the club room by herself, so...
Oh. Jeez. Does Yuri really let things bother her for that long?
She can't control her feelings.
Some people, it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while. As soon as it's just you and your thoughts again, it comes back. Huh? Just want us to have no club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened, as if we all just ignored it and moved on. I don't want to be bothered by this. So stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel guilty, and I hate that too. Baka.
Yeah, it's okay to have feelings.
Doesn't mean you're weak.
Let's just figure this out together, okay?
Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff.
Let's try to come up with a happy scene. Maybe that'll help us understand where your bad feelings come from.
I was happy the way things were before. Before we had to have that conversation yesterday.
What part of the conversation made you upset? Was it Yuri being mean about the manga?
Maybe. No, I don't doubt though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time. But I just can't brush it off and ignore them. But something about that really got to me this time. I hate them letting that happen.
Is it because it came from Yuri?
No. What does that matter? I mean, maybe. But Baka. Just hate that she thinks that she's so much better than me. Just because she likes to pretend she's to be all sophisticated. Yeah. That's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me. Or manga or whatever. Yuri acts like she's too good to even get a chance.
I'm sorry. I didn't want to say it's chance.
Yeah, exactly.
Why don't you give Yuri's books a chance?
after this? Obviously not. What about before this? Well, when, would until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. If I kept an open mind, that's not hard to realize that story can be deep and meaningful without being needlessly complicated. Convoluted. Well, F you, Sayuri, for making me try to think. I see. You know, I like Yuri's books. Yeah. Would you like my manga more, right? Sayuri shakes her head. I like them both. I like them in different ways. I like them both. I mean, the manga, it's really honest and fun. It needs to just go with. And the fantasy has a lot to interpret and uncover. And it's really rewarding to get some good quiet time together with it. Most importantly, is that both the manga and the fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. And I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club together. I just feel like maybe they have more in common than you would think. Ah, I love this music. It's so nice. You get along with everyone so well. I always get into fights with people. Like first was with Maka, when I was new to a club. Sorry. No, it was that was you. Now it's Yuri. It's always like, oh, that person is being such a jerk. They just realize that. They just at least get along. Nobody else has this problem. Just keep running away from the reality. Everyone's just jerked me, because nobody likes me. I don't know why. And I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. So what I'm understanding about each of their mentalities, Sayuri has severe depression, Natsuki has a superiority complex, and Yuri has social anxiety, and Maka's sociopath. Natsuki. Sayuri puts a comforting hand on Natsuki's shoulder. You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways they like to communicate, you know? Sometimes it makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think sometimes we get lucky and make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication. It's like you magically connect with them. Other times, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other. Get the Sorry, I'm very aware of it. Or to get the communication wrong. There. Jeez. Why was that so hard for you to do? It's something that Yuri struggles a lot with too. It can be really hard. Takes a lot of time, like reflection and self-awareness, and vulnerability. What about that one? Vulnerability. Always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about that part of you. Whoa. Sounds stupid, but I'm used to people being mean to me. Like my friends, I guess my dad. Like when I don't get good grades, and stupid things like if my room is clean. So what am I gonna do about it? Cry about it? Let myself get upset, and it's just like letting them win. Better than that. Better than all of them. So, things always have to be everyone else's fault. Oh my god. This is the most toxic form of personality you can develop. Is believing that you can't be sad just because of what's happening. There's also a toxic side where you have to be sad about literally everything. But this one is horrible because it's believing that nothing can be your fault to avoid the feeling of guilt and being upset. Oh god, this is a discussion to have by itself. I'm gonna move on only because this would take hours to solve just talking it out. Plus, there's nobody here to talk with me, so it won't be that fun. Feels like if something goes wrong, and there's even a tiny hint that might be my fault, on just get away angry and find ways to blame everything else instead. Yeah. Blaming others and blaming everything else just because you can't do what you can do. Pretty sure everybody goes through that sort of phase where they blame everything going on around them instead of blaming themselves for their own problems. I think I fall more on Yuri's side of this jargon most of the time, where I blame myself more than I blame others for issues that happen around me. And kinda just be aware that, yeah, if I did this differently I could do it better. It's just at the end of the day, you can't control others' actions, but you can control your own. Well, it's not bad to look down on some of the actions you make. If you look down on every action you possibly make in a day, it can be really, really horrible for you. So I just suggest looking at the bad things that happen during the day, think about what you can do better about it, and move on. If you dwell in the past, you end up living in the past. That's not something we all want to do. Yeah, there's some things that we have to solve in the world today, but if we constantly worry about saving the environment every single day, if we worry about eating properly, if we worry about living longer, fixing up things, making things perfect around us, you'll end up losing the one thing life is good at, and that's making things fun and enjoyable. Like, I mess around, I joke around while playing games, but it's always fun. Because I just get a chance of relaxing and doing something actually fun, instead of worrying about stupid things, like the fact that eating a piece of meat may cause harm to other animals in the future. Anyways, I started ranting there, and I should get back to my game. You see yourself better than Yuri? I said that. I just sound full of myself. No. Thoughts and our feelings are two different things. We don't like our feelings. Let us understand them if we want to learn more about themselves. It's like a part of vulnerability, you know? Saying that we have feelings that we don't like. I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person. Because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm so much better than her. That she's a judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase, and I'm just above that garbage. Just way above that garbage. Yep. More social commentary. Yep. Believing yourself to be better than other people, being better than other people, and becoming better than other people are three different things. Believing yourself to be better is a horrible way of thinking, as it gives you a false sense of, well, it essentially gives you superiority complex, right? Believing that you're simply better than everyone else. It is a horrible way to think. Being better than everyone else is also a horrible thing, as in, if you're always better than other people, then what's the point? And becoming better than other people is... it sounds like a horrible thing, until you take a closer look at what it actually means. If you train yourself to become better than someone else, you're working hard, you're taking what somebody has already presented before you, and working towards that as a goal. Doesn't mean you should compare yourself completely to that person when you can't make that goal, think you're horrible. But if you take that person and see them as that goal that you want to be, see this great person, see that you want to become them, that ladder there, once you finally make it to that point where you feel like you've gotten there, is so rewarding, because it feels like you've climbed a hill, like you've scoured a mountain, that you've found the secret to the universe or something. I don't know, but it feels good when you do something great, when you finally get the goal that you were wanting. I think that's the most important part, is understanding that you shouldn't believe you're better than someone, but always try to become better. Right? I'm terrible for feeling that way. It's not terrible. You're not your feelings. Well, you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself. Out loud. Fine. I'm not my feelings. That way, the way I like to picture it is that your feelings, like your roommate. You live in the same house, you gotta see each other every single day. And if you ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then. It's gonna make you feel like poop. The other option is get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other. Maybe you can help each other change for the better. Does that help you understand? You know so much about this stuff. I have a roommate that we really hard to get along with. Called depression. Depression? But you're like the happy person I know. I'm not my feelings. Yep. Superiority complex and depression sitting on a screen. Yeah. Jeez. For psychological horror game, they've got huge problems. Just want to be a good person like you. You're a little sweetheart. We're all good people. You, and Yuri, and Maka. I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. Natsuki remained silent. He was a little overwhelmed. Despite Sayuri's kind reassurance, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Was this a result of her vulnerability? No. It wasn't as though she was inflicting a wound after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound. Sorry, fuck. One that can simply be bandaged and left alone. That cannot be simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. Do we get to go back to Yuri? Is this the famous hugging scene? Yuri, what are you doing all the way over here? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. Oh, I'm not gonna yell at you. Just want to say that I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair for me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time, I won't just jump in and solve everyone's problems. Cause it's just a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me. I thought you were the one that mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. Oh. Yuri curls up and recalls the details of the argument. Oh. I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone upset. Oh. Well then, that's not what happened at all. Let's just talk about this, okay? Yuri pauses for a second, imagines a nod. Maka takes a seat next to her on the staircase. I have a lot of negative thought patterns. I can't get away from them. What kind of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me. Oh. Oh, God. Especially Natsuki.
That's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because Maka thinks back to the time that she found herself in altercation with Natsuki, and how a display of maturity from Maka was enough for Natsuki to reevaluate her own feelings as well. I think Natsuki's just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But she's really not a bad person. In fact, I think she can be really thoughtful and considerate. She just, well, I guess the way it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness first, before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh, that means the burden's on me. Oh. You. I don't know how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, I just... Oh. God, why do I still have you're a fake character? You know, no, Yuri's not fake to me. She's a great person. Yuri shakes her head at herself and tugs out her hair. It's okay, Yuri. You don't need to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had the chance to get to know you. Well, unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talking to anyone in the first place. Oh. Because everyone used to think I was weird and talked about me behind my back. Oh. Also, my dropping frames. How's Doki Doki so much easier to run than like Nico Para? Even though I'm pretty sure Doki Doki is bigger. I think it's because everyone... that's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even said she found it more respectful when people speak their mind. So I didn't, and she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayuri and I like you. We got to know you a lot by now, right? Oh. Yuri doesn't seem to have a response. Oh. Is this a new song? I actually want to listen to this. Hey, what do you think of Natsuki? I don't know about her. That's not what I meant, really. I was just wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do. What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me. I feel really ashamed about it. I like to think myself as a fairly sophisticated person. So for someone to just treat me like I'm inferior, despite my taste, it's just a worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. It makes me think bad things about her. Oh, but everyone seems to like her. So the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong. And my feeling about her wrong. And wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconsequential. Oh. God. I really want to say something, but I understand how hard it is when you have, like, actual social anxiety. I believe for a short amount of time I also have social anxiety. I like, not only do I still not like the sound of my voice, but when I was younger I used to hate my physical features and hate the way that I looked. As I've gotten older, I've mellowed out and accepted the fact that I look like this. But I think just it's hard to break out of that habit after going through it for so long. In the end, it's just, you have to learn that people are people. People will say things. Sometimes you're not gonna like it. Big whoop-de-doop. People don't like what you're saying, then that's fine.
But at the end of the day, as long as you have someone you can talk to, that's all that matters. Because in my opinion, it's much better to have people that you can talk to, even if they dislike everything that you said, than to not have anyone to talk to. Just staying in your own little bubble, and staying far away from everyone else. But I don't know, that's just my opinion. I've always been a social person, but because of a certain incident when I was younger, I kind of shut myself out from many things. I learned how much I miss talking to people. Anyways, just play the game. Just play the game away. Stop talking about your personal feelings. Stop interjecting yourself with these fictional characters. Just play the stupid game away.
Oh, Yuri. Feelings are never wrong. Oh, well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong, you know? They're just a state of being that we don't always have control over. That doesn't mean they have to control us. I feel like that's something I learned when I was around when I first started the club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things. Or we can, you know, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I can never be mad at you for feeling a certain way. Sorry, I had a burp coming on that I didn't want to regurgitate into the microphone. It's about how you handle them. I think working through feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. Your projectile expression, oh, make it sound so easy. Oh, you're so mature and so good with people. I feel like such a child in comparison. Oh,
God. I think this is why I have a personal, enjoyment being around shy people. Because to me, it's always just more fun to listen to others as opposed to talking to them. However, if I can tell someone's not willing to talk, usually I just try to conversate with them, bring up similar interests, just have an actual conversation. Sometimes it doesn't work out and they just try and shut out, but I at least try a bit.
Oh, Yuri, I'm far from perfect. But these are learned skills. They didn't come to me naturally either. It's really hard to reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. That's not good enough. I'll be able to communicate with her. You communicate what? How I feel. How it makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive about the things that mean so much to me. And how it reminds me of me. Because I know what it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. Know that telling yourself you're better than everyone else is just a defense mechanism. Oh, we're just people. We're fragile and unstable. I'm just tired of getting in the way. Can't stand when the piece is disturbed like this. Yeah, you can't focus on your ring when the piece is disturbed, right? because your club should be happy for everyone. Oh. Maka looks like Yuri in a doornet. In alternation. The feck you say that? Adoration. I feel like Sayuri must be rubbing off on me, because I really just want to hug you now.
Maka, get in the back of the line.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. No, I mean, Well, if you want to, I wouldn't really mind, so...
Maka pulls Yuri in for a short embrace.
You're so gentle. I love when you communicate your feelings. I feel lucky you get to see that side of you. I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm gonna write her a letter. Oh, a letter? That would be great. Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I just let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say only important things. I say things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter will be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate.
Yuri's face hardens with determination.
People don't usually naturally gravitate towards me, like they do for you and Sayuri. My personality isn't just suited for that.
I'd like to differ. I am the exception. I will gravitate to anyone. As long as they are by themselves. I think I have a problem talking with large groups of people. I don't know, it's just a mental state of mind where I don't like talking in big groups. I think that's why I enjoy one-on-one conversations so much.
And I wouldn't want it to be. But something I've learned is that friendship doesn't always magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I never would have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayuri. We're opposite in a lot of ways. But I'm friends with her because she put so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. And I think it's the same with you. You both give me a lot of time and patience. I'm wondering if she feels the same way. Natsuki?
Yuri nods. Oh.
I always thought that if I want to make more friends, I had to be someone that I'm not. That there's a type of person or a magical formula I have to follow in order to make someone like me.
Again, I am the exception. I am the one person who, no matter who you are, as long as you are hanging out by yourself or talking to me by yourself, you will probably end up having a nice conversation with me. Because I just enjoy talking to people to the point where I'm perfectly fine talking to someone.
And that's just like me to think like that. Always occupying myself with myself that I fail to understand other people.
Oh, you. Yuri shakes her head.
Friendship happens when you think about the other person. When you offer time to understand them, respect them, and trust them. And they always also want to be a good person. And that's what I learned through my observations at the literature club.
Observations? Locke is caught by surprise. Yuri always kept to herself, so much that's unusual to hear her suddenly talk about the club like this. Yuri smiles gently to herself.
You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Sayuri too. Makes me happy, because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet. I had no idea that it meant that much to you.
Oh, God. You is just an absolute treasure. Maka never thought of that. Thought much of it. But in the past weeks, Yuri always seemed to be especially attentive when it came to the problems and concerns of others. Always wanting to listen and learn more about her friends in the club. It's true, Sayuri and Maka are naturally more comfortable with other people. Can more easily work through situations of conflict. That does make them better people. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and the capacity to improve. And the first step towards improving oneself is reflection and self-awareness. Something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, that Maka can recognize as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. I love this exclamation of Yuri. A very shy girl with long, pretty hair is wandering the bustle, lunchtime halls, her fist pressed into her collarbone. When she finds the Lich Club's president's classroom, she stands at the door, glancing all around her, before peering inside. Maka is sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, as expected. This is a bad idea after all. Suddenly, Maka glances towards the door, making the girl panic and duck out of sight. Oh. Before she can regain her composure and decide for sure to leave, the classroom door gently opens.
Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch.
Oh, you. Yuri squeaks a response.
Please help me. What? Is everything okay?
Yuri shakes her head.
I don't know how to write letters.
Oh, you.
Thank goodness. I thought there was some kind of emergency.
Oh. God damn it, now I have a smirk going on. Maka briefly glances over her shoulder at her other friends.
Do you want help? We can go find some empty find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? I feel bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't really doing anything. One sec.
Maka trots back into the classroom, says something like, I gotta go, to her friends, then grabs a pen off her desk before returning to Yuri.
Okay, let's find somewhere quiet.
Yuri nods and follows Maka as the two of them set off. Oh god, I love this music. I think... Nope, this is my new contender for #1 on the soundtrack. It has a bit of the main theme, but it also just feels so... It's so nice. I don't know what other way to explain it. It's so nice to listen to. Hold on. I'm gonna quickly figure out which song in the soundtrack this is. Then I'm gonna try and see if I can get permission to use this as my outro now. So nice. Yeah, of course that wouldn't have helped me. Alright, then I'll have to check Spotify. Is it Let's Teamwork? Not this time. I need to figure out which song on the soundtrack this is, though.
How are you today? Huh? Me? Well, yes. Oh gosh. Sorry, I was just caught a bit off guard. I'm doing well today. Just tired. I just didn't get enough sleep during the week. No, come. I don't know. I think I'm just getting distracted. Get really sucked into things and start neglecting the time.
What part are we at the game? So we are on the second part. Oh god, I don't want to go back to check which one I'm on. But we're on the second part of a side story. To catch you up to speed for what we're on right now. Essentially, earlier, Yuri and Natsuki had a bit of a disagreement about manga, to the point where both of them had like a bit of a yelling match. Yeah. So Yuri went to go hide, right? Sayuri went to go talk to Natsuki. Manga went to go talk to Yuri. Natsuki feels more comfortable talking with Yuri now, I believe, and Yuri at the moment is wanting to write a letter to Natsuki because she doesn't know how to bring the words to talk to Natsuki. Essentially, brought you up to speed. How's your day been so far there, Ayo?
Me too, I do that a lot too. Hey, this classroom is empty. Let's go in here.
Glad to see that you're doing well. Stream's not doing too laggy. After peering inside, Mako opens the classroom door. The two of them enter. The weekend and not that much homework. Well, I'm glad that you don't have much homework. I'm having a wonderful day. I essentially get more of a chance to hang out with Yuri. And to me, that's worth everything. Stream's fine? Good. But I always enjoy any time that I get to hang out with Yuri. You also missed like 3 friends when we were talking to them. Homecoming dance coming tomorrow though. Ooh! You got a lady friend to go with, Ayo? Please tell me you at least got a lady friend going with you. No. Damn. What, are you planning to go with your friends? Boring idea. Do you have any idea of who you want to ask? We gamers, we don't have friends. Nah, that's true. No, we do have friends. We have gaming friends that we make like online after like a single match. We go over and we friend them without really thinking about it. Sayuri. Nah, then you have to bring your monitor. Sayuri best friend. Well, my best friend is Yuri, so Yuri's moment of relaxation ends as she watches Maka pulls 2 chairs up to the same desk, then obeys as Maka beckons her to take a seat. She stares down at the empty desk.
You nervous?
I don't want to do this. I mean, why not? Everybody could use a Yuri. Or a Sayuri to Ayo. You'd use somebody who's just super interesting to talk to. Aren't they all seniors? Technically yes. As far as I know. Actually, I don't even know if this is actually high school or if they're in college or something. I meant Sayuri. You meant Sayuri. It's all good.
We don't have to. We can come up with something else.
It was an autocorrect. Oh, I like that. Don't worry, it's been a while since I played Doki Doki as well. Yuri shakes her head.
This is my chance to do something good. I need to take the initiative. Gosh, you must be really determined. Just like how I was determined to play piano.
Screw Maka, by the way.
I know how hard it is for you to step out of your comfort zone. be sure to encourage you.
I did call Sayuri Maka last week. Oh no. That is unfortunate. Oh, speaking about that, a little while ago I found a very neat Doki Doki Literature Club RPG. I need to find the author again to give him credit, because I'd love to play that for a stream. Ooh, how'd you do? Yeah, RPG can wait. What was the thing about esports? That was me clapping if you couldn't tell. Easily? Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Did you change up from Kirby or Solid Snake, the two easiest to play? You got 2 people down. That's actually very good. Where are you playing in that? I hope it was Sephiroth. He is honestly still my most terrifying. We are undefeated. Ooh, Ness. Ness is fun. Although he's also super annoying going PK fire. Like I said, my favorite combo for Ness is keep doing PK fire at your opponent, especially on the edge of the... Well, while you're on the edge of the map, they're running towards you. Keep using PK fire to hold them on the spot. Walk over to them and use the bat. Main Sephiroth, now he mains Piranha Plant. Yeah. I don't know why people want main Piranha Plant. It's a lot more convoluted than what Steve plays, and Steve is extraordinarily convoluted to do half the things everybody else can do. Anyways, I need to play my game. Yuri pushes through her anxiety, grabs a handful of lined paper from her notebook. Then she picks up her pen. Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Hey, you're left-handed. Neat.
Oh god. Yes, I do actually. I would play for its stream, but I need a dual USB port to play it on the PC. Jelly.
Now I don't have to worry about bumping your arm.
Maka playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's.
Sorry, I'm just being silly, I guess.
That is very sad. Please don't be mad, but I also have old 3DS and PS3 upstairs. Sadness.
Anyway, how about we start listing the different things you want to say to her?
Oh, man, I absolutely love this image. Yuri thinks.
I feel embarrassed all of a sudden.
Guy asks to steal your stuff. I don't know, you're gonna have to fly quite a distance. Hell's a pretty hard place to get into. Do you know how many demons you have to get through just to come to my place? I have to squash like 12 demons to get into my house.
It's okay.
You live with Monica? No, Monica's my next door neighbor. Don't get that wrong. Monica's like 3 rings down. Get that right. She's on the bottom level of hell. I'm only on the 4th level. You get thrown here with all the other pervs. Kind of on the opposite side of where you live.
How about some things you said to me yesterday? Never mind, I guess I'll try.
Oh, you. Yuri thinks for a moment longer, her tension evident. Then she writes the word reflection. This is about my reflection on our behavior. The key question is why we act like this towards each other, but we haven't been able to certainly be friends with Sayuri and Monica. Where's Say though? Oh, she's probably up in heaven. Let's be honest here. Sayuri, Yuri, and Natsuki are all up in heaven. Monica's down here in hell with me.
That's me.
Yes, it is. So, Yuri thinks I've been able to befriend two of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests.
Mm-hmm. The same goes for Natsuki too.
Ooh. I'm not gonna push a further beyond beyond the someone. Do you have a 12-step plan? But if you're planning to ask them like relatively soon, I suggest you do that instead of watching my stream, because that is far more important than keeping up with the Kardashians. I don't have time since Ayo, you make that time. Alright? I don't care if you have to go over in the middle of the night, bang on the front door and go, yo, I want to ask a question. But you can't say that there's not enough time. But say. Look, Sayuri would probably want you to find a girl too. Alright? Let's be honest here. Oh. Did you send like a message saying hi or something? Or did you just straight add them and didn't like send any message? Just went straight. No, I'm good. Also, Snapchat? I guess that's what the kids are into these days. Oh god, now I'm saying like an old man. Look, I'm not that old, alright? I may sound like, well, to some people I sound like a very old man. And I look so much older than I actually am. But I'm much younger than I sound. You do sound old saying that.
We started off pretty hostile to each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted. But you just wanted to be respected more than anything else.
Your voice sounds young. Really? How about this? You like my old western voice? You catching on to what I'm saying, partner? You had any lady friends? I've had female friends, but I've never had girlfriends or lady friends my entire life. So if you're looking for like dating advice, I am probably the last human being you should talk to. Western voice sounds really slow. Yeah, but that's because I don't like talking this fast, because then I start sounding like Mater. They're missing out. No, I'm missing out on hanging out with them. They're not missing out on hanging out with me. Dating advice. Don't be a D-head. That is the best advice I can give you. Another is just taking the time listening to them. It sounds dumb and cliche, but honestly, the best thing you can do is just listen to others and just take a moment to be with them. You don't think you are. But honestly, the easiest advice is just taking the time and knowing them. I myself personally suck at telling the right opportunities to talk to them and all that. Mostly because I spent most of my childhood, like, bullied to the point where I don't even know proper social interactions, but... I've known M for 5 years. I've known them for years? Oh, you've known them for 5 years. Don't worry, I've never socially interacted either. But honestly, the best thing you can do is just talk to them. It sounds dumb. It sounds like it doesn't work. But taking the moment to talk with them and be there and just hang out is probably the best advice you can give. Because the only way you learn about people is talking to them and getting the chance to know them.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
We're both introverts. Hey, I'm an outroverting introvert, alright? I'm good at pretending to be an outrovert, while secretly an introvert on the inside. Trust me, I've fooled many people thinking that I was a true outrovert by the fact that I enjoy talking to people, but I just suck at huge talkings. It sucks.
Once I stopped making it all about me, she was able to do the same.
Outrovert? No, outroverting. Hold on, let me see if I can write that down. It's not like extroverting, which is like the actual personality. No, outroverting, which is expressing yourself further. You do have the proper term for like an extrovert, but I outrovert. I push more of my personality outwards to show people, as opposed to keeping it inside. It fools people to think that I'm an extrovert, even though I'm an introvert, by pretending to be something else. Yeah, because it comes from my personal life of why I became that way. There's also an introverting extrovert, which is a person who tries to keep all their personality inwards, but very good at expressing their feelings when given the opportunity. Actually, it's sort of how Yuri's personality is in this universe, now that I think about it.
I want to do that too. So what kind of things do you want to do for her?
Oh, sorry.
So what kind of things do you want to do for her? I want to do the same things for her that I like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to the things I talk about and not just brush me off. And I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. I like it when you and Sayuri trust that I want to be a good person, even when I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's just write those things down. Okay.
No, I'm fine with slowing it down. It was speeding up way too quickly because all I was doing was occasionally ranting about, like, personality stuff, and then going straight back into voicing. So it's nice having an actual conversation. Yuri writes some things down. No one chats here? Not until like a closer friend shows up. Like, a lot of people just don't seem, like the one or two people who occasionally show up on stream don't chat. So I had to kind of just talk my way through and occasionally rant to see if people are listening. But relatively.
I think it's more important to remember here that Natsuki is feeling vulnerable, so you should make sure that the letter puts her first. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone all the things that they're doing wrong. I think first you have to make sure they know you're ready to respect them and listen to them, admit the things that you feel you could do better. Then finally, you ask what you'd like in return. Honestly though, this is still a great screen to hang out on, with such a beautiful song. When was my last stream? Besides this one, 6 days ago? Jesus, that was a long time. I've been busy throughout the week recently, so it's been a lot harder to get streams out, but it's nice when I occasionally get to sit down. How's that sound for the structure? It'll be 3 paragraphs, 1 for each of those points. And I like that. Oh. God. My thoughts are so disorganized. I had no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. I could probably not watch it. Yeah. You're busy. I've been riding around the prairies, taking out some horrible mean. Ooh, another thing I suggest. Beautiful show. Hell of a Boss. That was an amazing little show that was shown on YouTube. A little more important than Doki Doki. Just a little bit. School's a little bit more important. But Hell of a Boss was a very, very fun show. Definitely not for children. Yeah, Vizzy Pop. That, like, it was so nice to watch. I can't wait for more episodes to come out, but very, very much recommended for the older genre of people watching this, not the angsty teens. Yeah, Vizzy Pop. But it's very, very nice. Gotten around to the newest video. That one was, if I remember correctly, you're referring to Truth Seekers? Yeah, Truth Seekers. That one was a pretty good one as well. Jeez. You're so amazing at these things. Oh, stop. You've done so much more than I have, you know? You spend so much time reflecting and being open-minded. That's the hardest thing for anyone to do. Did you say angsty teens? Yes, I did say angsty teens. These kids these days being so angsty. Back in my day, we used to just throw rocks at cars. Now these kids pull out their phones and pretend to throw rocks. I don't know what that is. I don't know what it is either. I don't know what that accent was either. Angsty is, you think I'm an angsty teen? You know, it's hard to say if anyone could be defined as an angsty teen, because angsty is sub for like anxious. It could fit a lot of criterias, but I don't think it's exactly something I could describe anyone being particularly. It's just that some people are more attentive to some things, and dwell on some points more than others. Anyways. See, this is what I do. I just rant from a single point and move forward on a conversation with one person until I get to the point where I like completely go off topic. Then I remember exactly what I was talking about before, go back to it,
then forget that I was doing it in the first place.
You spend so much time reflecting and being open-minded. All I'm doing is helping you put on a piece of paper.
Renting is what streamers do. Yeah. I hate to admit, but yeah. Also, is Yuri blushing a bit more than Maka is in this scene? I think she actually is. Holy crap. I notice tiny details from like when the characters move around and that.
So I think you're the amazing one.
Maka gives Yuri's hand a quick squeeze. I mean, I only watched 3 Twitch streamers. I mean, fair enough. Do you think we can get the big streamers and YouTubers to check out this channel? Oh gosh, you give like 1,000 likes, I'll go bother the big streamers to hang out with me and all that. Please don't bother them. Don't worry, you're in the top 3. I like that joke. That is a good one. I like it. Gosh, if we hit 13,000 likes, we'll be able to get some of the big guys upstairs to come play with us. Get this, in Among Us. Whoosh! And I'm like 3 months late to that whole trend. Oh god. But you are my 41 my 41 followers count would like to beg to differ. But let's go. Just caught by surprise when Yuri curls her fingers to hook Maka's hand in place. For a while, they sit there in silence, save for the occasional scratch of Yuri's pen against the page. All I'm saying is that the huge, like, jump for Among Us stuff, like, died down quite a bit. Yeah, I bet it did. I should get back to it, but... Oh, jeez. Where'd the Sun 2 views pop up? God. That kind of thing, like, scares the bejesus out of me. Like, seeing when the view count goes, like, 1, it jumps up to a huge number. It's like... I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, Among Us and Fall Guys died a quick death. Yeah. I think that's just kind of normal for that kind of thing, because it's just kind of what happens when you have these popular games. After a while, they kind of just like fall flat due to just slight problems in their whole design in the first place. Like, both of them are very heavily, you need to play the game to truly enjoy it. Well, like, shooter games are fun to watch, as you can see, like, funny things happen in them, or just in general, you could learn how to play the game by watching it. Not saying you can't watch Among Us and Fall Guys a lot, but that just happens. Zatai! Ichiga Chad! I don't even know if I said that correctly or in the right pronunciation. It feckin' died. It just fell face first into a puddle and didn't stand back up. Yesterday, you told me something that I like to think about a lot. What was that? The thing about how feelings are right or wrong, and that they're just a state of being we need to come to terms with. It made me think about how a person's behavior is always how they decide to be. It also made up their past experiences and their insecurities. Either tomorrow or the day after. Whenever I get the chance to. After that, it'd be another week before I do another one. I think that helps me see other people
as actual people, rather than insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow.
What kind of game will it be? Stardew? No, I don't have Stardew Valley. Well, I have Killer Love that I could also start. Could play Gungeon again. One thing I should check again is how much Stardew Valley is. I know. I'm just lazy. 17 bucks. Jeez. It seems like the very peaceful thing that I'd do. Stardew Valley's like 5. Yeah. Well, here in hell it's also different. Yeah, mobile would probably be very different. I'm just looking at the one on Steam page at the moment. Similar to games you've already played, The Sims 3. Oh, that's hilarious. Do we have the same guy who like pops on to like tell you what requirements you need for your PC?
Is that how you felt about Natsuki?
Yuri nods.
But in reality, everyone is always trying their best and everyone wants to be happy.
Lock appears over at Yuri's paper. But to her surprise, Yuri pulls it in closer, partially covered with her arm. Like mobile started valiant. Jesus Christ! Oh god. Got burned out though. Yeah, kinda happens when you play a game lots. Except for Doki Doki. Like honestly, after a while, I could imagine that I occasionally play Doki Doki in the middle of like huge series, or I just sit down casually and just talk with other people, while occasionally commenting about how much I like Yuri over the other 3 characters.
I've been able to read it. I have to be able to read it to help you out, you know.
Never get burnt out, Doki. You really can't.
It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now, after being able to talk to you about it. Now I'm actually putting it on paper. I realize I prefer not others to read it.
Doki Doki competitive should be a thing. We should do Doki Doki RPG. Actually, there's one game. What was it called? You play Stardew Valley though. Yeah, that is true. What's it called? Rivals of Ether, that's what it was. Because if I remember correctly, there may be a Doki Doki mod for it. Rivals of Ether? Yeah. But I know like tons of people have different mods for it. I just want to get workshop characters. It's essentially a fighter's game, but there's just Chris Hemsworth in the middle of it. It's all good. I don't expect everyone to understand everything. Workshop. A small Yuri from Doki Doki Literature Club to accompany you during battle. Just make sure you check her pockets before the match starts. Boo! Chris Hemsworth? The Thor guy? Hell yeah. Oh Jesus! Delete your... Oh no. That is adorable though. No, I just want Yuri in that universe. Man, maybe I'm not uncultured after all. Yuri laughs softly to herself. Her expression. 5 nights at Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh man, that would be hilarious. Everything from this channel now is just Doki Doki based. My profile picture will start becoming more and more Yuri.
I'm kinda glad to hear that, actually. I somehow keep finding ways to butt into all this whole thing. I've done enough damage.
Yeah, it probably already is.
But it's also so wonderful talking about this. I mean, I always thought you're really smart, but
Yuri smiles. Oh,
I will always be terrible at these things. They're just so incomprehensible to me. I'll never get the hang of being one.
no, actually. A lot of my friends more prefer like more shooter games. More non-text based adventures. Well, pop-up text adventures.
But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, okay?
Yuri gives Yuri a gentle smile. My friends like Doki Doki. Fair enough, but Yuri is in this game. Yeah.
I can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks. All I got was real friends who value me.
Oh. That warms my heart.
Is that a joke? Of course it is.
Oh.
I still can't tell with you. Sorry.
Oh.
No, I love it. Please, never change. As you wish.
I forgot what she looks like. Suggestion for you? Simply just take a screenshot of one of the streams and just like plaster it onto your desktop or onto your like phone, and just leave it there. That way you'll never forget.
Never forget me. You'll always love me, right? You never abandon Monica. I'm so wonderful. And so great.
To be honest, I forgot my crush's face. Yeah. That sometimes actually happens when things go in your face. Oh, my face is easy to remember. Because my face is just... boom. Yuri stares at the clock.
We're almost out of time. Will we be able to finish? Before the end of the day, probably. But I don't want to come to Club Room the same day that Natsuki reads it.
Isn't your face a black circle? Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. I am the void. I am the void of all face. You posted... Yeah. This is a very nice turtleneck though. Absolutely love that thing. Still one of my favorite article of clothing to wear. I know it just makes me feel more confident wearing that thing. It makes me feel like actually being myself as opposed to projecting a personality through everything else.
But I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you like.
Damn. Yeah. Although part of me feels like I look like Sean McLaughlin, or as most people call him, Jacksepticeye, but I feel like I look like him when he wears his turtlenecks. And sweatshirts are perfectly fine as well. Articles of clothing that make you feel good or just good in general? Yuri nods. As long as you promise not to read it.
Of course, I promise.
Thank you. Yuri exhales, and the two stand up. I'll measure the Jew when it's ready. Walker nods.
Good luck. I'm here if you need me.
Yuri returns a nod, and the two depart. Wait, is this the scene? You look alike. Ooh! Character discrepancy. From Lib Lucy. Date Saturday, December 7th, 2019. 2:06 a.m. Subject, character discrepancy. Having run the simulation for a while, it's evident a certain character is missing from any mention or appearance. This makes me speculate that Maka's meddling is less clumsy than we think, because she would have manufactured this character herself as a way of forcing interaction between her and the user. Could this be why the character has such limited and dissonant personality traits? Am I reading too much into this? I'll open up an issue to start tracking info and observations on this anomaly of this character appearing. What you look like. I mean, I wouldn't know if you look. That is true. I am black square man. What is the? Yeah, let's teamwork. It's my new favorite now. Finish the side story of Reflection 2. God, that is so great. Oh my god. It's always late during your streams. Yeah. That's mostly just because I don't like streaming during the day. Small quiet stairwell, which Yuri sometimes referred as a ring location. Oh, bit of lore. And you can see right here that the staircase is not finished. Yeah, that song was also a banger. Very concept sketch of a faceless protagonist might have looked like if he was real. I'm looking at a sketch that I made of my character, putting it next to him. He does look very nice, though. Would be on my number 3 on Wood Bank. You want to do understanding? Because this one has both of our favorites. What do you think, Io? I saved this one especially for you, because this one has both main characters as Sayuri and Yuri. Alright. Just for you. Say you. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Maka and Sayuri to turn their heads. Sayuri! Oh no. The door opens halfway and stops. Face peeks inside. Face that seems familiar. Huh? Zira's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She's very conspicuously mouths to Monica.
It's her. It's the girl.
It's true. The girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayuri had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she found her way to the club room. Is Monica in all these? I'm pretty sure she is. She programmed herself to be in all these stories.
Are you here for the literature club by any chance?
Am I in the wrong place?
No, you're not. This is the literature club. Please, come inside.
The girl fully steps in the door, but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. sad. That is sad. Sayuri continues to fail containing her assignment.
It's happening! It's happening! Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty. I'm Monica and this is Sayuri. We run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but what's your name by the way? I'd like to join your club. Already? Oh, wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, it should be good enough. Everyone is welcome here. You don't have to be good enough.
Oh, this breaks my heart.
Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you.
God. I feel like there's a proper order that we need to do. Does character not interact? So this is supposed to take place before the events of Doki Doki? Kind of like to explain how all the characters had their personalities going in, and how each of them know each other, and how they got introduced into the club and all that fun jazz. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk, gently sitting down.
So what's your name?
Yuri.
I'm Sayuri. And this is Maka. Sayuri, Sayuri.
Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy?
Like books?
Yuri looks at Monica.
Fantasy is cool.
Yes. Have you heard of Annabelle Depont?
Actually, I want to figure this out myself. She might be a more famous American writer, but I don't actually know her. False author, I'm not gonna say that actually. Sea spell. Ooh. How long are these stories? Well, I got through that first one that first section of 1 and 2 in like less than 2 hours, so they seem really short compared to the main story, so that's nice. You also missed me deleting Monica. Could do that again, actually. After I'm done this one.
I can't say I have.
Oh, well, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book, and it's just...
Yuri grins, pressing her knuckles against her cheeks in joy.
You can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind.
I don't think I can last 2 hours. Last as long as you need to, and then take a break. It's all good.
You're really in for an incredible experience.
Monica stammers, caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. It is a bit strange when Yuri goes off on her tangent sometimes, but that's the things I love about introvert people. It's so much fun to get them talking, because a lot of times it's hard for them to start the conversation, but they can continue it for hours upon hours. It's great. She glances sideways to Sayuri, silently asking for help.
I love to. Sounds like you're really into them. So they must be great.
And I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in my locker. I should have brought them.
Yuri quickly stands up. Did you just describe me? Essentially. That's why I love introvert people. Usually they bring out much more interesting conversations. As opposed to a non-introverted person. As opposed to like extroverting people who usually like do enjoy doing the back and forth talks. I like when one person like talks a bit, the other person then gets a chance of expressing their ideas and thoughts on the topic. then kind of bounces back and forth, you know? Like an actual conversation, not just, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, I'm doing very well. That's good to hear. Have you heard of blah blah blah? Yeah, I've heard about blah blah blah. Did you hear about this and this? It's just like back and forth conversation instead of like diving more and more into the topic itself. That's why I enjoy so many conversations. It's fun.
No, be right back. I'll go get them for you.
You probably only need to bring one for now.
Sayuri nervously says that, revealing to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on the table.
True. Okay. I'll go get the first one then.
Oh. Like how pineapples. I personally have a horrible gag reflex to the point where I don't know what tastes disgusting or not. Well, if people say like pineapple is fine on pizza, you have to know that you bring upon a new branch of food that you can put onto it. Not saying it's a bad thing to put pineapple on pizza, but be aware of the consequences of doing so. The consequences of adding different foods upon other foods, right? Do you know superior to apple juice and orange juice? Cranberry juice. Everybody complains about it, but I personally just enjoy cranberry juice simply because of its own bitterness. Like its sweet bitterness. Unlike like actual like alcohol, which to me only has the bitterness of cranberry juice, but not the sweetness that comes with it. I'm gonna not fault you on that. Yeah, I don't think you've ever had alcohol. I personally have never drinking actual alcohol, but I have drinking fake alcohol, and it's not my favorite. It's the same with coffee. I don't like coffee. I like tea. I don't like coffee. Yuri exits the classroom in a flash, leaving Maka and Sayuri silently exchanging glances.
Oh my gosh, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I've like no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. It's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. I'm sure I'll be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I don't disagree, but what if this is our only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that?
Yeah, you really should. Starting with cranberry juice. If there's anything that'll get you into other foods, it has to be cranberry juice. People talk about how like, oh, grape juice is underappreciated. No, cranberry juice is underappreciated.
Maka, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but happy. I'm excited to know her more, aren't you?
It's either pineapple or apple. Fair enough. I know a lot of people prefer the sweeter juices. I just enjoy cranberry juice compared to the others, as it's both sweet and bitter at the same time. Grape juice is also pretty good. However, it's also the easiest one I find to dilute.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. Just got really anxious all of a sudden.
How do we go from like pineapple on pizza to juices? Dilute? Putting too much water in it. Think of it the same as, you know, in like a salad? You like throw some meat in there so that way it's not, so it's not that vegetable based and it's more balanced diet, right? But instead of like adding like maybe a cup of meat into a bowl of I don't know, salad, right? You add like a whole bucket full into it, right? Where now you have more, where you're putting more meat in, you have less and less vegetables inside.
It's because you're not afraid. It's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayuri. It's almost like you're a rival to my ideals. You'll be the first one I'll have to kill, apparently. I just like learning what makes people sad or happy. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You should probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable around here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do.
Said that the first story, 2. Oh, took 2 hours, right? Roughly. Again, the last bit of it was dragged out because you showed up, right? Before I took less time doing so. But it was roughly about 2 hours in total for it.
Besides,
Sayuri lowers her voice.
I'm probably gonna need all the help I can get.
She taps her fingers against the dauntly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. From my sleeping schedule. No, the sleeping schedule is good, yet destroyed all the time. I mostly blame COVID for destroying that first. It's the weekend. It's the weekend. I'll be fine. Or just do it. Or just do what I do. Stay for too long to the point where your body. Like I have a weird ability to stay awake for a solid 7-ish hours before my body wants to shut down. And from that point I just fall face first into the bed and just want to sleep. No other emotions fit into that moment. Afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return.
I'm back.
Her breathing is slightly heavy, which, combined with her short time gone, indicates she must have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayuri and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayuri feared, the book Yuri brought for her was just about equal in size to the one Yuri already had on the desk.
Well, there's probably a few more things you should know before getting started on it. There's some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe. So going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start.
Sayuri nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, I think like we're gonna be reading together. I'd like that.
From across the room, Monica smiles, nods at Sayuri, while Yuri isn't looking.
Okay.
Yuri sits down, looks at her book, and glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add.
So, what made you want to join the club?
Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club. Well, that's my fault, since I didn't pay attention to any of the other club recruitment advertisements. I only found out because she
Yuri glances over at Monica.
Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk.
I stopped texting, I'm asleep. I mean, before you were saying that, and apparently my voice is soothing, so I wouldn't blame you. Nope, I'm just here to entertain. If you fall asleep in the middle of my stream, I can't help that. There would be no warning. Yeah, that's fine. That just means I get to go through the story a bit faster. So soothing, though. Soothing, though. Yeah.
Well,
Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens. She shakes her head at herself.
I was so stupid. Got too nervous. Couldn't even look up. So she just walked out. It took me several days to come here. Because I was afraid that I could told everyone how inconsiderate I was. And I decided that it was probably irrational.
But wait. No. That was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by.
Yuri exhales in relief.
I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Such as there being too many people. Not that I minded that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large group of new people at once. So it's actually amazing that's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time.
Ah, that makes me really happy. I'm proud of you for working out the courage to come.
Yuri smiles warmly to herself.
I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. So it's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. So I thought Nature Club would be a chance for me to would provide a chance for me to do that.
What kind of things are you into?
Like genres?
I don't know. Anything. If it's not literature.
Just things that you'd think were dumb.
Sayuri pauses, a look of concern on her face.
How about I'll tell you something I'm into, and you can tell me about something you're into.
I suppose that'd be okay.
Okay. Well, pretty into crafty things. Like making cute little collars, collages. Sorry, I'm illiterate. Yeah, she is. Or decorating things. Cards, jewelry boxes. I was always clever with random stuff, so I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends. She's been here this entire storyline so far. To make gifts for my friends. And I put off till the last minute. So yeah, that's something kind of silly I'm into.
That sounds quite creative.
Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff.
So, I share something I'm into now, right?
My tiredness for that. Well, if you're tired, take a nap. I'm not forcing you to be here. Sayuri is, but I'm not. Sorry, I couldn't help make jokes. Sayuri nods.
Well, I guess I'm into nature.
I love nature. Maka, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck with me now. I'm not. No, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club.
Oh damn! Oh, that's great. Maka's coming after you next.
You're gonna be the first one I kill. Is that great? There, now you're stuck with me. Hey, don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
It's fine.
God, Yuri, stop being cute. Actually, keep being cute. I'm very conflicted.
Like going into the woods or to the park, and just places where you can walk, sit, and not have any people around. It's peaceful. It's just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while.
They're both cute, alright? Can we agree with that? Sayuri acts more cute in the way that she mannerizes herself, well, Yuri herself is cute in mannerisms. Well, your brother is just wrong in general. Maka is not cute in any way, shape, or form. These two both have their own ways of being cute. Natsuki's just cute physically. She has a huge superiority complex that kind of ruins the whole cuteness. But both of them do have their own minor issues. When do you like to do that?
It depends on my mood.
Natsuki is nice and all. She does end up hating on Yuri quite a bit in the story, which is why she's a bit lower on my list than Sayuri is. Mostly because Maka is the definite bottom of the list.
After school, on weekends, whenever I feel like it.
Like I said, Natsuki is more physically cute. Yuri acts very cute. And Sayuri's more mannerisms make her cute. It's a default worse. Yeah. There is no cuteness levels on Monica.
Wow, I feel like I would never would never have the time to do something like that. I'm too busy coding and murdering people.
I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do. If you don't let slip through your fingers.
The three continue their conversation, led primarily by Sayuri, with Maka chiming in every now and then as well. Maka had intended to leave to Sayuri and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. They called Maka pretty in the beginning. I like the typos. They're always entertaining. I don't know, I don't like the fact that they keep describing Maka as this perfect human being. Because you know something's under the mask when somebody calls themselves perfect. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more.
Oh, looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two gonna be starting on that book the next club meeting? That's the plan.
I'm so excited.
No one likes Maka. No one likes Monica. Well, except for the people who who are on hashtag Maka best girl. But nobody there is actually serious. Unless you're a bad person. Insane, like actually have problems with deciphering personalities, or just a memester. Let's be honest here. Sayuri beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves Sayuri and Maka with a gentle smile.
Bye.
As Yuri exits, Sayuri enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayuri and Maka are left in the club room. Memester.
Sayuri, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything. I just talked. Still. Besides, really lifted my mood. Feels really nice when I put my energy towards other people like that.
I wouldn't mean about liking Maka though. Fair.
She's really exciting to be included, you know? Made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here, with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting? Kinda scared. I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying to do my best.
I think you'll do great.
After a surprise new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school day ends. Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to only find Sayuri in the club room. I'm sleepy, by the way. It's all good. So expect me to suddenly start again. That's perfectly fine. If you stop talking, that just means I hyper focus on reading. And that's not so bad. No, sadly it does not. I don't have a bot. Although I suppose I could type that message out myself if I really want to. It's club time again. Aka went to the computer lab. It's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact.
I'm sorry about yesterday.
Sayuri tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri's talking about.
Well, I mean the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you stopped me so we can talk first. It was so inconsiderate of me.
Oh, you.
I got too excited, forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so...
Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought it was cute how excited you were. Yeah, go right ahead. Hope you have a lovely nap. Hold on, can I mute the music for a second here? Your eyes won't open. I might have to mute this later if I decide to upload this to YouTube, but I feel like I should play this because it's just an awesome song. And I will say, Hell of Boss writers did an awesome job writing it. Come on, load up Spotify. God damn it. Thank you.
That's so nice of you. I'm glad that you could come by and stop by for a stream. It really means a lot to me. You know? Give me 1 second. I have a song that I want to play for you. It might help you sleep.
It always seems more quiet in the dark. It always feels so stark. How silence grows under the moon. Constellations gone so soon. I used to think that I was bold. I used to think love would be fun. Now all the stories have been told, except for one. As the stars start to align, I hope you take it as a sign that you'll be okay. Everything will be okay. And if the seven hells collapse, although the day could be my last, you will be okay. When I'm gone, you'll be okay. And when creation goes to die, you can find me in the sky upon the last day, and you will be okay.
a lovely nap. Boo boo.
Oh, well, still, I think I changed my mind about the book. Don't have to read it.
Huh? Why?
Because I know you're me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that no one was truly interested.
But you like it so much. Unless we were sharing.
I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me.
That's not what I was doing.
Move uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them.
Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Maka and I have been working on recruitment stuff mostly. It sounds like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, as a club activity. That'd be alright. Right?
Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this.
You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything that I can do to make you feel more comfortable here.
Sayuri pulls her desk up against Yuri's. Sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Hurrying over, Sayuri reads the cover of the book.
Desk bell. Part 1 of the Everlast series. Everlast Saga. Haha, it's Death Spell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now.
Right, I should probably get some paper. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Wait, how come you need paper?
It's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timetables, family trees, just for taking notes.
Notes? Yes, that's an effective strategy.
Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sayuri's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. Think about it, she decides it's probably the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company through this. I'll try to make it as accessible as possible.
I trust you. You're like super smart.
Please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile
and light blush. Oh.
You can't just generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have lots of experience with. Contrastly, I'm awful at anything involving real people. That should be evident from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So, in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you.
No. Sayuri rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. You're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy.
Anyway, would you like to get started?
Okay. Okay.
After the minor diversion between them, two of them get back on track on their planned activity.
Planned club activity.
Yuri begins to guide Sayuri through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details, the races, factions, history, elements of magic, the more questions Sayuri seemed to have. But despite Sayuri's expectations, Yuri elegantly guides her through in such a way that's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards.
How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing I do.
What kind of writing?
Oh, like poetry and stuff. Stuff like that. The things I write are just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? It's like, must be so much planning and hard work.
So you're into poetry. I think there's an appendix that includes some Kingsman's written works, like poetry and folk songs.
No way.
Yuri giggles, filling Sayuri's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready.
Okay. I can't read very fast.
That's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in.
I see.
Sayuri jots "Yuri is patient" into her notes. Hey, that's for the book.
Haha, haha. I'm just kidding. But I'm kind of glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times.
Sayuri flips through the first pages of the book, getting past the table of contents.
Okay, chapter 1.
The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. The silence only lasts for a moment before Sayuri speaks up again.
What does vindicated mean?
Well, in this context, essentially means he was proven innocent.
Okay. It's okay to ask questions, right?
Of course.
Sayuri turns the page. These footnotes?
A lot of dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. Two continue to read. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayuri's expression grows tense. She tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expression has been reversed, with Sayuri easily navigating social situations, Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned.
Oh, wait. Are they talking about the past right now? The present?
Where?
Right here.
They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Bernaris is having.
But they didn't tell me that.
It's implied from the context. Sayuri rubs her temples. Two of them continue. With Sayuri asking fewer questions, she begins to understand the value in the notes, as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often, and even adding to them. But in reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid. Oh. Two of them being very cute at the moment. At last, Sayuri reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now.
Okay.
Sayuri takes a deep breath and closes what little book she's gotten through so far. What are you your thoughts up to this point?
Sayuri tries to find words. Am I doing well so far?
Hmm? I'm not sure I understood.
Well, ow. It takes me so long to read and understand things. Makes me feel really dumb. Really like how you got into it you get. Makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best, so I can see it the way you do.
Relaxation in Yuri's expression fades. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things.
We can continue tomorrow, right?
Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. Do something else tomorrow.
But
I'm sorry.
hey, sorry for what? I don't understand.
I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore. That's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves.
You are making me.
Sayuri is left alone with her words.
How'd this happen? We were having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her. Should've told her that I enjoyed it. Not gonna trust me with this. It's the only thing I'm good at, and I'm still messing it up. What if she doesn't want to come back?
Drowned guilt. Sayuri stares blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them.
Right. She wasn't coming back, and she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she forgot to take it with her. Ugh, this is horrible. Was this really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough. I let her down so much if I hadn't trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would have been having so much more fun. I need to do better for her.
Yep, that's the depression part of Sayuri talking.
God. Ooh, got a new picture.
Finish the side story understanding one.
Oh, that is such a nice picture.
Is that all the new ones so far?
Yeah. OMG.
I Laster, or IV, whatever you want to say. Friday, December 6th, 2019, 12:06 a.m.
Subject: OMG. Okay, who's responsible for creating a Twitter account for Monica? I think it's hilarious, but for God's sake, please don't tell Paula. I'd get 404 in a microsecond. Are you relaying her tweets manually, or did you code some kind of pass-through layer to automate it? Based on the contents of the tweets, and you not screaming for help, I assume they're coming from the control simulation. Ooh. Oh.
Okay, we'll finish understanding.
Ooh.
Very interesting. For the first time, Sayuri is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stands her feet in an attempt to calm down.
Why am I letting this affect me so much? Doing everything I can to help make Yuri happy. My best wasn't good enough. But still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. Always just disappointment.
Sayuri continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass. Nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri, not Maka.
Gosh, I'm so late. Why do I offer to help those other students with their work? Such a pushover sometimes. It's gonna leave such a bad impression on new members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there.
Maka rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so,
Yuri?
Yuri jumps out at the sound of Maka's voice. She's sitting on the outside of the club room, against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room was open.
It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. Oh. She She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away.
Actually, I was just wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With publicity stuff?
Yes. Mark is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden, when she was so eager to spend time with Sayuri before? Did they not get along after all? Maka looks into the club room herself to see Sayuri sitting alone inside.
Okay.
It's got a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along.
Me too.
Maka is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict may have arisen. It's ironic, she realizes, that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club.
Okay, let's take a walk together.
I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then we'll go to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods, and the two set off. The two walk in silence. Without Sayuri, Maka is finding it quite difficult to strike up conversation.
So, how's everything been going?
Fine.
That's good.
You didn't follow up with anything more. Maka tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayuri do it?
Sorry if I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers.
Sayuri told me about that.
What did the two of you end up doing yesterday?
Just some reading.
Oh, I'm glad it's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kinds of reading you're into. But you know, it's got to do with me, because I just get intimidated by things I'm not good at. It's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will have the same interests as me. So it's cool you're able to get Sayuri into it. It's like the whole club is working. I'm really happy about that.
She's not into it.
Huh?
She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it.
You. Did something happen?
Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses.
Hmm?
I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence. Then Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden.
Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. Just want to make sure you feel welcome.
If it's important
to that, then you can tell me anything.
Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club. It's just an issue with me. I feel so wrong to inconvenience you with it. Maka pauses and thinks.
Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're gonna have all kinds of people join this club, hopefully, anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with.
That everyone can be happy with, not just only some people.
Of course. I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be?
I see. Yuri seems a bit more relaxed. It signals to Maka that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How's it easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about an arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. For everything else, I just have no idea what to say. So, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. Ooh, that's something I want to say. For anybody who thinks of themselves as a one-trick pony when it comes to like topics and discussions and that, the best way I can think of how to deal with that sort of issue in conversing with people is think of it like this.
instead of thinking about why you can't think of something for the topic, instead elaborate on that topic by things that you already, by previous information you know, and putting more information into it from other people.
So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of, taken pity on.
Oh, you.
And Sayuri falls into the third category.
What? Hold on. You're saying that Sayuri's taking pity on you?
Yuri nods.
I just want to be treated like a normal person. You don't like me, you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept them and move on. Sayuri's too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing we're just gonna go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling. I hate it.
Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task. Maka looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with their fists clenched.
I think you should tell her that.
I couldn't say that to someone's face. It's pathetic.
Sayuri's different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're able to explain what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen.
That's the problem. Got friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other one's weird needs. I'm sorry to make myself sound so...
No, I think I'm starting to understand.
Maka hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayuri would be able to say better. Sayuri is someone who would give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayuri to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exaggerating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better.
Sayuri wants to be your friend. I promise you that. It's okay for other people to have different needs. I mean, Sayuri, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together, and can be what they need for each other. You just need to have good communication, and talk about it.
I don't have good communication.
Yuri stops, and shakes her head.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head's just so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me just because of it.
Yuri pauses to think.
I'm so tired of this cycle. I'm crying for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me.
Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales.
I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. I understand now that I just need to communicate with her.
You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping me make the club a better place for everyone.
Yeah.
Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. You talk.
This kind of critical thinking is something I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So thank you.
Anytime.
Maka smiles at Yuri. For a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Maka's gaze, returning her a shy smile of her own. That was cute. Yuri and Maka finished replacing the old flowers with the new ones. More accurately, Maka did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation.
I can do this.
Yes, you can. It'll be great.
Yuri sighs and shakes her head.
I'm never going to feel confident enough. Just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will.
Yuri starts towards the door, then turns to face Maka.
You're not just gonna wait outside, are you?
I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something?
Actually, I prefer tea. I'd like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose there's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drinking tea while reading. Sorry, 'cause that has nothing to do with this.
You know, now that you mention it, I bet we can get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. And use, like, an electric kettle to heat water, right?
Would that be really possible?
I'll look into it. I think it'll be great.
Yuri smiles and nods at the thought.
Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck.
Maka waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door.
Yuri? Wait, hold on. I'm not done yet.
Sayuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayuri has been spending her afternoon.
I was expecting you to come today. Was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first. I'm most of the way through it. Look.
Sayuri holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced in indications and categories, even color-coded. Sayuri sees it. Her expression shifts from anxiety to despair.
I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I tried really hard.
Stop. Yuri presses her fist against her forehead. Please stop. I can't take this.
Yuri!
Sayuri's voice quivers in shock after receiving the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Come outside. Sayuri looks away in guilt.
Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me.
Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Just please tell me. I need to be treated differently, just because I'm weird.
I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought if we did something together that you really like.
I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Oh.
You-hoo.
Yuri sinks to her knees. Her voice quivers. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This wasn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with eternal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayuri or the rest of the world. Should she leave? Just escape from here before Maka sees her like this? Before Sayuri tells Maka what she did? Before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around from behind.
It's okay.
Sayuri whispers in a soothing voice.
It's okay. It's okay.
Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayuri's gentle gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself.
I understand. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. No, that must be what you're feeling right now. Promise, I understand that. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings. I'll talk about them together, okay?
Yuri sniffles again, nodding her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while studying her voice. I think I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me. That feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. It's so horrible with people. It makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am.
You're gonna make me cry.
Yuri pauses, but Sayuri doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the literature club. I thought it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests. Because my interests are the only thing I know how to talk about. That's all I've got going for me. But then I try to catch myself getting overly obsessive with people because it can make me feel myself. And I hate myself for it. Don't. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. How am I supposed to expect that? I can't behave like one. Just want to learn how to get along with people and start learning things for myself. That's all.
You're gonna make me cry. Please don't. I don't want to cry on street. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayuri, we feel Yuri's breathing. Breath rise and fall beneath her arms. Realizes that as well.
Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you're so great at helping me while we were eating, so I'll help you with the things you need to.
I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes.
That kind of sounds familiar. Can't stop worrying about that while we were eating. I was so afraid you'd get frustrated with me. But I'd never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I had a lot of patience.
I would never do that. I tried my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience.
Yeah, I know. But irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. God. I'm sure it's the same for you, right?
Irrational fears.
God.
This is very true for many situations, but
God damn it.
You're gonna make me cry.
Well, you know, there's no way you could frustrate me, because I really like you as the person you are now. You are. Sorry, still illiterate. I know you said you have a hard time believing that. I promise that's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. Kinda weird. But it's a literature club. Yeah. The best part is that we're all different and have different interests. Like about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle. But I try not to mistake that. But try not to mistake that from me not enjoying it. I mean, we never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? Want to learn the reasons why you love it so much. And in the end, it's not for me that I can say that. Well, I'm glad that I tried and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart. I want that to rub off on me.
Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. There we go. That's the view that I was waiting for. Through the heavy atmosphere surrounding her. Alright, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seemed to have been evaporated through the caress of Sayuri's arms.
Your hair's so pretty. Always wanted long hair. But I was awful at taking care of it, so I had to cut it all off.
Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening rather than worrying about saying the right thing. Sayuri, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. Must be so difficult for her to relax around other people. But the literature club can make that happen. It's something she deserves to experience. Yuri does deserve that.
Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I won't mind if we were to continue reading.
That's what I wanted to hear.
But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended.
Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on. Though. So we'll just have to see what happens.
No, and It's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable. You didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying.
I'm back.
Maka's back. Feel like I haven't seen you all that recently. Sayuri trots over to Maka. So it looks like I'm getting notifications on my phone, so I'm getting distracted. Sayuri trots over to Maka. She whispers out loud, "Can I hug you?"
Sure, Sayuri.
Sayuri wraps her arms around Maka.
Oh yeah, Yuri. Might be good to know. Sayuri can be kind of a hug monster.
Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell a disaster.
Yuri laughs. Maka perplexedly looks between the two of them, then smiles.
Well, I'm glad you've enjoyed your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club.
As about that, well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you. Learn about the things you like.
Yes. You like poetry?
Yuri smiles. Finish the side story Understanding 2.
I kind of like this one a bit more.
A scene from side story Understanding. I think I want this to be the stream banner though. God, that is such a cute picture of Yuri. But I think I'll call it there. I've had my fun. Plus, I want to save a bit more for the next stream. Can I go for more? Yeah, like that. Ooh. I like that one so much more. Sorry. There we go. Thank you so much for watching. Hope anyone who popped in every so often enjoyed it. I had a blast. I love these side stories so much. Again, if you have any games or stuff you want to suggest, suggestion box is always open. See what I can do to upload this to YouTube. Gives me an opportunity to do something. Next time, I don't know. Could be playing a different game, or we can continue going through Doki Doki. I actually was. Hold on, before we go, it says wallpaper. Yeah, because I like this so much. It is such a cute picture. But I hope I catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.